What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those catching replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications from these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, shame on me. It had been in my P.O. box since like Friday or Thursday. I think since Wednesday or Thursday, actually. I went grab it on Saturday so we can do this here today. I haven't opened anything yet. Sharon's Vail. We have it here. I know, shame on me. Normally, I would jump to doing that ASAP. I know a lot of people are curious to hear my thoughts. I'm, of course, dying to see the first frosted bottle in the collection. This presentation is the second, and none of the fragrances are always amazing. So, Argos, it's always some good shit to check out. Look, even though Christian sent it to me, sometimes it may be good, sometimes maybe shit. And if it falls in between, I'll tell you why I think it falls in between. But I'm spoiler. He's never put out anything even close to a mediocre or average fragrance. So the likelihood of this not being really good, pretty low. Possible, but really freaking low. As far as what I'm wearing, something that's really good. Fresh Rose. It's Midnight Gold from Mancera. If you haven't tried this yet, you are officially missing out. Bright, juicy citruses, fresh rose, aquatic. It's a little peppered, clean and musky, soft and powdery, a hint of woods. Not really all that ambery. I don't find anyway. It's just fresh. Very, very fresh. Is a masculine-leaning rose-dominant fragrance. This is some damn good stuff. Another one of those wrong names on a Mancera bottle, like Silver Blue. That's not a blue fragrance. That's a, funky, earthy, woodsy, caramel gourmand oud. Like, it's amazing. It's not a blue fragrance. Bottle's gorgeous. It matches the name. It's silver and blue. Same thing here. Midnight. Nothing dark. Nothing evening about this. Signature scent, daytime wear in a warm climate. That it is. Very dapper. Not so serious. You can't rock it with a t-shirt, though. This is some good stuff. Like, damn good stuff. One of their better, highly versatile daily wear fragrances that not everybody knows about. It's Mancera's Midnight Gold. Put that right over here. As far as tomorrow, kind of in the mood for Kajal Icon. Subject to change, just like wrestling. Card subject to change, but that's the plan for tomorrow anyways. So we'll hang out for about 10 or so minutes. We've got 91 people in the first 2 minutes. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on the way in. It does indeed help. And let's get caught up on this chat for a little bit. That's why we'll probably go to about 15 minutes, and then we'll pull this bow and see what's what on Sharon's Vail. Strong with You Freeze. That's hey, that's better than Only. I think they discontinued that one and Only replaced it. Good stuff, though. More warmer weather appropriate original. Basically smells like the original, but fresher. Good to see you, sir. Blue Oud. I heard that's kind of like Bleu de Chanel. That one in particular. The bottle looks amazing. That blue to yellow to green kind of gradient. The bottle looks amazing. Manny, good to see you. One More Signature. That's one of Ferragamo's best fragrances. Sweet coffee, leather. Just magic. It's amazing. It's a great fragrance. I put that probably, it's top 3 from the house. Aqua Cinzia Blue, obviously my favorite. Red Leather's up there. So kind of back. I don't know which one's 2 or 3 between One More Signature and used to be One More Signature. Red Leather kind of threw a wrench in that because Red Leather's really good. I highly encourage you check that one out. I'm excited to check it out. Naxos, you're wearing a good one. So on Black Friday, I'll be dropping a video for Fragrance Buys deals that they're going to be running. So that's exciting. I know they're going to come really strong with their inventory, and they always have some great deals for Black Friday. So that morning, I'll have a video out. We'll do a topic. I might buy some stuff this week, and we do a haul video. And sometimes I do a topic list, and sometimes most of the time I do a haul. I'll just buy some stuff, and we'll unbox it, and we'll talk about the sale at the beginning of the video, and then we'll go into our fragrance haul. Because I buy stuff from them all the time. Multiple times a month, usually. I've already bought 2 or 3 orders this month, and I'll buy another one. I'll definitely, because I'm going to buy stuff from this sale too. These sales they run that I do these videos for to show you guys, I buy from every single one of these sales too. I don't pass up these inventory because there's always something I want. You always got some good deals. Their standard pricing is some of the best in the marketplace, so highly competitive. So that's what I would suggest. Bunch of places are going to be running. Sloma Shop, if you want to, order for Black Friday, get it by next Christmas. You could always order from Sloma Shop. Fragrance Net, I'm sure, will be running something. Trust me, every Tom, Dick, and Harry with an affiliate link to Joma Shop will be doing a Black Friday sale video. I can promise you that. You will see that. A lot of people will be doing videos for these Black Friday sales. I'll be doing one for Fragrance Buy. So I believe Perfume Box is going to be running one as well. They're a good place to buy, especially if you like Dumont specifically, but they got niche designer. I bought a lot of Carolina Herrera stuff from them this year. All my Dumonts came from them too. So let's see here. Amouage Enclave and Baby Cat. Well, I think you get the first soft live stream clap because that's quite the double whammy. The 1-2 punch there, Kevin. That's impressive. Speaking of impressive, Dan, not the man with leather tobacco. My. Silver Mountain Water. Boy, y'all continue to show why I label y'all the best smelling live chat on social media. There's a reason. Y'all earn that stuff every day. Unbelievable. I'll put you guys up against any live stream on social media for best smelling. That's other fragrance channels here. That's TikTok live streams, Instagram, whatever. You guys are the goats. This is the goat when it comes. This live chat's the goat when it comes to best smelling. I'm telling you. Montal's Wooden Spices. You got it Saturday. Very interested to see what I think of it. I'm curious. I'm definitely very curious. Kieran's Sunday Brunch. I haven't worn that in a long time. Never tried this one, Calvin Klein. Yeoman Law's Basic Instinct. What is that cloning? I know they clone stuff. I'm not sure what that is. You, sir, are wearing what I believe to be the absolute best version of Elysium. That opening, I think everyone should experience. Kara, good to see you. Wearing Evening Mystique. Everyone hit that like on the way in and show some love. Sure appreciate that. Centaurus, Dua's version. You had me excited until I saw Dua's version because I'm planning on getting a bottle of that probably tail end of winter, so into early 2025, maybe into spring is when I'm targeting getting Delphinus and Centaurus. I had opportunities to get them from Fragrance Buy not long ago when they were stocking them, but I was like, nah, not yet. There's a bunch of other things I want to get. I know I can get it later. And maybe it'll get, in the high 200s instead of the low 300s. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Get those bottles getting the 200s from discounters. And I'm going to grab them. I'm not saying Dua's got a bad version. I've never tried it. I don't plan on trying it. I just really want the original. The original's so good. Very versatile tobacco fragrance. That's a great release from Creed. Link with 10% off is pinned in the chat. If you want to get some samples, I would encourage getting samples. Don't go getting all wild, blind buying these bottles. I always encourage checking out some samples, especially getting a sample pack from Argos, because then you get to experience the house as a whole. Man, this is one of those houses you want to explore everything that's available. You never know what you're going to fall in love with. Christian makes some incredible fragrances. Spice Bomb Dark Leather. Show it some love. I'll probably wear it again a couple more times this year. Look, it's going to be in my 10 worst designer releases of the year. Not everything that's in that video is a bad fragrance. They just disappoint from what we expected. Like that disappoints from what everybody wanted it to be and thought it would be. And it's a weak performer, but it still smells good. Just a very intimate fragrance, Dior Homme 2020, phenomenal stuff. My man Kix Griffey Jr. back on the horse, over the stomach flu, wearing Naxos. I saw you were at Scent Room in Dallas. I saw your live stream replay on IG. That's definitely Kix Griffey approved. FWO Wolfpack for life. Yak Mob. Good to see you, my man. Chanel Allure Homme EDT. That's the only one I haven't tried is the original. Shame on me. Considering I preach start with the original. I never started with the original on that line. Good to see you, Austin. Ooh, Bergamask. Got to say this one's growing on me. Orto Parisi, they got some good stuff. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it. Michael, good to see you, sir. Triumph Elixir. I've heard they've been popping up at Ross Dress for Less. A lot of people have been grabbing them. How are you? I figured that's what it was. Yeah, the $60 price point. That's what everybody's been telling me it's going for. That's a great price. I bought it from overseas for full retail when it dropped. I ain't mad at it either. And it only comes in 100 ml. $60 for that 100 ml. That's a great price. Probably better than you'll find it for online, I'm sure. Cheers to that. I sure appreciate you, sir. How are you? One of my favorite Manceras, Tonka Cola. Good stuff. One of my favorite Xerjoff fragrances. Good to see you, Spencer. Well, thank you very much. I sure appreciate that. How are you? Ferragamo Womo's signature. We got two in the chat wearing Womo's signature. So a couple more minutes. We'll finish getting caught up with the chat. And then we're going to dive on in, guys. Tay, good to see you, my man. Okay, so yeah, y'all don't tell me nothing because I don't know any notes. I don't know shit. I know what the bottle looks like. That's it. I don't know anything about the profile. I try to stay completely blind because I know eventually Christian will send them my way for me to check out. We've had the working relationship and the friendship for years now. I know he's going to send them to me, so I try to stay as blind as I can because this is one of those brands where I know I'm going to get to have a true blind experience and just try to smell and articulate what I think I'm getting from it, and then cross-reference the notes and see how accurate or inaccurate I was, and see what, if I'm getting this accord, well, these notes kind of make sense on why I would smell this, or I don't know why I'm getting this because none of this makes sense to what I'm smelling. I love that stuff. That's the most fun thing about smelling fragrances for me, is when I know nothing about it and I go to sniffing. I love to test myself. I really do. Sometimes I do really good. Sometimes I don't. So we shall see. Good to see you, Noel. Excellent choice. Heart rate is strong, 8 weeks and 3 days, and healthy. Congratulations. So when's the due date? 8 weeks, so I'm guessing close to summer, around summer. So what would we like? June-ish? Yeah, June, July, something like that. When's due date? Pure XS is, I got my bottle this year, and I quite like it. I wore it to my uncle's 50th birthday party. I created a memory with that. It's quite nice. Fresh, sweet, a little boozy, powdery. It's good. I know Ryan bought that from Raw Stress for Less. Sean, good to see you, sir. New Oud by Hayari Parfums. I'm not familiar, my man. I'm not familiar. Autumn Vibes and Profumum Roma Patchouli, spelled with a Y. Spirit Night Fever by Antonio Banderas. Just ordered Gucci Guilty EDP, 1 Million Parfum, Rabanne Phantom, and Charuto. Which one, though? Because they have 3 of the Charuto fragrances. But as far as Gucci Guilty EDP, that's different. Iodine, vinegar. So salt, vinegar, and rose. It sounds weird, and it's good weird. I haven't worn that one in a while. That's a really good fragrance. It's different. That's what I like about Gucci. They go different most of the time. They don't do trends. They do them here and there. But most of the time, they go outside the box. 1 Million Parfum is my favorite as well. 9 p.m., you smell great. Head to the gym. Today I wore Intense Drap Boisé to work, then finished up with Insurrection 2 Sport. Intense Drap Boisé wore off. Would you work 19 hours? Or you just thought it wore off and you sprayed Insurrection 2 Sport on top of it? That's what happened. That's reality. Mike, you're not going to agree with me, but that's what happened. Your nose was wore the hell because that destroys my nose. So you thought Intense Drap Boisé was gone after your shift, because I'm assuming 8, 9, 10 hours. It was still there. Oh, yeah. And it wasn't a skin scent. And you just went ahead and sprayed over the top. Luckily, that pairs well together. That's a scent those scent profiles go well together. I like both of them quite a bit. The wife, fun fact, big fan of Insurrection Sport. It's good enough for Aventus Cologne. I'm still happy to have Aventus Cologne. I prefer Aventus Cologne, but for a cheapie, good stuff. Interlude, not a fan. Haraith by House of Glow. I'm not familiar. Good to see you. Day 3 fragrances. Del Mar Luis with Ogivray and Zaharoff Bloom. Quite the interesting twist. Excellent double whammy. Good to see you. Nuit Desi. I haven't tried Vanille Absolute. I haven't tried it yet. I may at one point. Now screw Slow-Mo Shop. Now I know where I'm at. Hell yeah, Paul. You and Coconut Girl are matching today. She's wearing Evening Mystique as well. So guys, I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and skip down new review through music. No, I did not. I haven't watched any content today or yesterday. So my apologies. Oh, here we go. Let me catch this one on my way down. It caught my eye. Scent choices are very great. I appreciate that. I think we have the same nose. I don't know if we have the same nose. We got similar taste, probably. I've had blind buys from YouTube reviewers before, and it was 50-50. I hate or love. But you, my friend, your choices never disappoint. Well, hey, I can't guarantee I'm always bat 1,000 with you, because you just never know. But I'm glad we have similar tastes, so that works out for you. So that's usually when it comes to people you're going to watch that create content. When you end up having a similar taste to them, it's not just that you could trust them more. It's in our situation, you and I specifically. We seem to like the same thing. So if I like it, you're probably going to like it too. So it's probably a lot safer, basically, is what it comes down to. If I like something, it's a pretty safe bet you will. Good to hear, my man. Good to hear. So we're skipping on down. Randy, I see you, sir. Good to see you. Seraphim Reg is better every time. I am doing well. Newt, good to see you, sir. I see everybody. I want to get to the bottom. We're 15 minutes in. We got 152 strong. I am ready to unbox this. I know my man unboxed his. I hurried up and skipped past that Instagram reel when I saw it pop up. Actually, I think it was in Argos' stories that they shared his Instagram reel. And I was like, whoa, there's an opinion I trust. I don't want to hear it because I'm still completely blind. I don't know not one note in here. A safe assumption would be Mysore sandalwood because Christian loves him some Mysore sandalwood to use in his fragrances. I'm going to safely assume that that note is indeed in here. That oil is here. But good to see you, D. Mind Games Gambit. Oh, man, Mind Games, dude. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. So I'm skipping on down. I apologize, guys. I see you, Mo. I see a lot of familiar names. It's good to see everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope we're not having any audio issues. Okay. So it was just you. Okay, thank God, because that happened the other day. We had some audio issues. Anything beyond the ones I mentioned? Triumph of Bacchus was a no-go. We are not the same, sir. Love you. You've been a great supporter for a long time, but we are not the same. That is one of my favorite fragrances, period, in the story. So, again, not a bad thing, just we are not the same. That is for sure. Did you consider having George or Mike talk about the use of phthalates and parabens in niche perfumery? Next time I have them on, sure. I'll have George when his Privé fragrance comes out. We always, every time he launches something, usually within 2 or 3 days of it coming out, I usually have him on. So he'll be back Thursday. He'll be back in the States. So, and he'll be sending me, he was waiting on a few things to come in for the complete package of what you guys are going to get. And can't wait to show you guys everything for Precious Treasures. It's special. It's special. It's going to be pricey too. As far as I know, there won't be any samples. I saw somebody asking about samples. I think it was Rock Boy Tony. If you happen to be here, Rock Boy Tony. I think he was asking about it. There's only 500 bottles, man. Marked. You know what I mean? Engraved, numbered. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be any sampling. As far as pre-order pricing and discounts and stuff, I don't really know what the situation. We haven't deep dove into what he's going to do with all that yet because we're going to see. He's going to do something. I don't know what. So. All right, so on that note, I have a full review on it. If you type in TLTG in the name of the fragrance, you can check out my full review on it. My man Josh, good to see you. Oh, I read that wrong then. Oh, the others were a no-go. Okay, I was about to say. Because 3 of that 4 is my top 3. Triumph of Bacchus, Danye, and Adonis Awakens. I love me some Birth of Venus, though, too. I saw you said that was the one for your wife. I love Birth of Venus on me. My wife's big Palace Athene fan. She kind of was wearing Parfum a lot, and then when she got Palace Athene, she kind of switched over to where she never really touches the Parfum much anymore. The only full bottle worthy ones I've tried so far. I actually prefer the original. The original is a little brighter because lower oil, much lower oil concentration. The X-Straight wears heavy like it should. It's 40%, right? So let's check out the presentations in which everything comes over the top, bubble wrapped, just flipping it and flipping it and flipping it to get to the box. They package everything well. So here you go. Always has the wax seal ever since the very first round of presentations. He always does the wax seal. You get your money's worth with presentation with Christian, which he always puts some of the blotters in there. But I'm not a fan of using blotters unless it's deemed necessary in a situation. I prefer to spray on skin. But here we go. A note from Christian welcoming you to the house of Argos. It's going to come with every bottle. And then his special wrapping and presentation. And then this paper is so thick. For any of you that have not had one of his Argos fragrances before, because buying it from Argos is where you're going to get this experience. Catching a discounter a year from now, which this is limited edition. I don't think you'll be getting this one at a discounter. Down the road, this is one that you pretty much got to get from Argos. That's where you get all the special presentation and the care goes into everything. So thick. Like it's hard to tear. Like it's better to just take it off the way it was put on because it's actually quite difficult to tear. I learned that lesson in the past. You got to put a little elbow grease into tearing this wax-coated paper. because this stuff's no joke. This stuff's thick. So we'll just put that to the side for now. Then on top of that, it is shrink wrapped, vacuum sealed. Look at that. Jeez. Not an EDP. Tis an extrait. I don't know the exact oil concentration. Maybe when we read the write-up on the website, it will say, who knows, maybe Christian will pop in the chat. I'm sure if he has time, he will. And maybe he can answer that for me. I don't know what the oil concentration is, but if it's an extrait, it's 25% or better. You achieve extrait de parfum at 25%. So we shall see. This stuff ain't no joke trying to get off. It's been vacuumed really well, heated to the point to where it's coming off in pieces. Trying to get this damn thing off. Ah. There we go. Now, box within a box, as per usual. There's that. We don't just do it in recorded videos. We do it on live streams too. Sharon's Vail. Bookcase style with the magnetic side flip. Not going to look at the notes. I don't want to know. Let me grab the bottle. We're going to put that to the side. I have been itching to see, because I love frosted glass on perfumes. And I had a feeling he would do the etching for me again. He's pretty good about that. Has my full name on the base. Argos logo as well as his signature. It's going to be hard to get it to focus. There we go. See if I can get it to focus closer. There you go. So you can see his signature. If I get it to hold focus, not the easiest thing, but his signature, my name. That's not my signature, but that's my name. Argos logo, jewel in the eye. And then let's take a look at the plate. Works of art, always a work of art. Hand painted, guys. For any of you that didn't know, every plate is hand painted. Always has been. Look at the detail with the skulls. Just unbelievable. Fiery depths behind it. Just, I don't know the full story. I hope this isn't something demonic. It's not it looks cool, but that's not promising. I don't know the story, so I hope it's nothing like that, because I ain't down with that kind of sickness. You know what I mean? X straight. See if we can see through the back. No, we can't see, because normally there's stuff behind the plate. Holds well into place. Glass stopper, micro atomizer, which is lined up. Always. Oud. We got an oud fragrance. All right. Let's spray paint the hand, basically. Micro atomizer. So what's special about these micro atomizers is you get more of the heart note on the initial spray, because it's such a fine mist. And I mean, if you compare this to other atomizers, other really good atomizers, it's a finer mist. So you like almost skip the top note. Like you get the top note and the heart immediately. That's a lot of oud. There's a lot of oud. It's a sweeter oud. A little earthy, but I get a sweet oud smell. Ooh, and it's smoky. Not funky. Not like... You can tell he used quality oil here. It doesn't have that same synthetic smell of like the oud you get from Mancera and Montal, stuff like that, where it's got kind of that synthetic, kind of pungent funkiness, which I do like in a lot of their fragrances, but you can tell you're getting quality here. Nice and ambery, earthy, spicy. I don't really get loads of rose, but I do get a little bit. There's a little bit of funk going on in here, but not, again, not that synthetic oud smell. There's a difference in the funk, for sure. You can't fake the funk when it comes to quality oils. You're not faking the funk here. That is over the top woodsy. It's just enough sweetness to balance it. It's not a dry fragrance. Let's see what we're working with here. What notes are we getting? Let's read the top, shall we? Actually, let me YouTube froze over here, so let me pull up the website so you guys can read along with me. The engraving, 355. Yikes. Pricey. Yikes. 30 ml is $214. Pricey, guys. So sample Sample, sample, you wild suckers that want to go crazy blind buying. Sample, sample, sample. We're all big boys and girls, and you can do as you please, but sample, sample, sample. So here we go. So in case you want to read along with me. Artist series number 7, Alexander Dmitrovich, I believe. Litochenko. I'm sure I'm screwing that up, but Alexander, not going to say his last name, was Ukrainian-born Russian painter. One of his most awarded artworks was a rendering of Charon transporting the souls of the dead across the river Styx. So that's what it is. It's the river Styx. Okay. In the shadowy waters of Greek mythology, Charon and the river Styx' solemn ferryman embodies the eternal passage from life to the afterlife. His darkened vessel glides silently, accepting the final obol of Vail. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong too. Shame on me. In the truest sense, from souls submitting to their inevitable descent into the realm of Hades. Straight to hell you go. All right. Charon's Vail captures the essence of Charon's solemn duty. It opens with a haunting allure of rose, symbolizes life's transient, God, I'm terrible, transient beauty. The scent delves into a mystical heart with the timeless essence of patchouli, sandalwood, oud, and atlas cedar. Bass notes of cistus, labdanum, and saffron resonate like whispers from the underworld. No wonder it's got this leathery facet. You got labdanum and saffron. It's leathery. More than it is spicy, that's for sure. And more than it is ambery. Yeah, it's more leathery than ambery. Smoky, too. Definitely smoky. Enveloping the wearer in mystery and majesty. This fragrance echoes the eternal voyage from the living world to the afterlife, a tribute to the soul's journey across the shadowy river Styx. Top notes of rose, heart notes of patchouli, sandalwood, oud, atlas cedar, bass notes of cistus, labdanum, and saffron. So let's scroll up to those notes, shall we? Have them right here. What concentration? It shows it's an extrait, but it doesn't give me a percentage. Don't know. But what I can tell you, this is some high quality ish. This is like really freaking smooth for having this light funk, and it's not heavy overdone. It's earthy. I'm sure it's the patchouli, and it's probably whatever type of oud this is. I don't know what's giving me sweet. It could be the oud itself, but I do get a little bit of sweet. Could be saffron. Saffron sometimes can be sweet. Saffron's a very interesting oil. Depending on where it's sourced, the quality of it, what it's blended with, it can do so many things. Such a versatile note. Sometimes it's fiery, hot, and spicy. Sometimes it's metallic. Sometimes it's leather. Sometimes it's sugar sweet. It's saffron's weird. Good weird, but weird. It doesn't wear super heavy. For being these darker, heavier elements, it does not strike me. And then it's an extrait, so it's at least 25%. It's not a heavy fragrance. There is an aromatic, almost airy-like characteristic to the way it comes across when you smell it. It doesn't have that bogged down feel to it. It's not a heavy aroma. It's strong, but it's not heavy. I bet this stuff wafts out in the air beautifully. Now, this is something that I don't think is the most casual fragrance. I'm sure I can get away with it with the golf shirt if I really wanted to. Depends on where I'm going and how do I want to have a conversation about my fragrance, because this is one of those conversation starter type profiles. Absolutely. Now, honestly, situationally for me, low wearability, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate the art, because this doesn't have the type of wearability for me personally from day to day that a Triumph of Bacchus has, that a Birth of Venus has, that a Danye has, that an Argos Adonis Awakens has, honestly. Those have a higher level of wearability to me personally. Whereas this, more situational, special occasion, evenings out, cooler weather, this winter, this might be my Christmas fragrance, because we're going to do Christmas on the beach, and hopefully it's cold enough where we're hoodies and sweats and all that stuff. And they have some special stuff going on the beach here. That's what the wife wants to do. And as long as it's like 50 degrees or cooler, I think this would be the one, because it's going to be a special event for just me and her. It's a very unique, we've never spent Christmas this way. And why not go with something unique like this? Why not? Might be the only time I wear it this year as we go into the end of the year. But I think it's the right situation. Again, very situational fragrance for me personally and my personal taste and style. It's not heavy. That's what's kind of surprising to me. When you see this note breakdown, you can't help but think heavy, right? And I was right. Sandalwood, that's the Mysore sandalwood. He puts it in everything. That's kind of like his signatures, this Mysore sandalwood. Sacred Flame, I think, is better. Reason being, I think it works in more situations. I think it's a better date night fragrance. I think it's better in the evenings. It's good for a nice, cool fall day if you're somewhat dressed up, you know, not just in a t-shirt. So I think Sacred Flame is a little bit better, the last release. But I think situationally, or any oud fans, that's who this is going to be after this. This is definitely worth experiencing. It's pricey. So you got to be sure this is something you're going to have, you know, room to wear in your wardrobe. Is it something you're going to buy and, oh, it looks cool and it just sits on the shelf? Maybe not a good buy for you. Is it something that fits into your taste and your lifestyle and your wardrobe? That's the questions you got to answer for yourself. And that's where I think the sampling is going to come in to experience it, because it is a beautifully crafted fragrance. It's probably his best presentation, and that's because I'm a sucker for the frosted glass. The A+++ for the bottle. It's his best bottle. Plus, that just looks cool. Crossing the river Styx. It just looks cool. It does. I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't. It looks freaking cool. So with that said, I think this is right below outstanding with an 8.75 out of 10. It's the wearability for me that keeps it from the 9 out of 10. It's because it's going to be so situational, but I'm already plotting when I'm going to wear it. This is good. I'm plotting when I'm going to wear it. This is not a daily wear. I live at the beach, not the right climate kind of thing, but I will have opportunities coming up. As far as December into January and February, there will be opportunities that will present themselves that I feel like this would be a really good choice for. Most notably, the Christmas Eve we're planning on having here on the beach. So that's where I stand with this one. Absolute must try if you're a fan of oud. You want a quality, wearable oud. It's not over the top functified. It's not super patchouli bomb. It's just earthy enough. It's just smoky enough. It's just leathery enough. It's a very nice harmonious blend. It's well balanced. It's not a rose bomb. For any of you that don't like rose, it's not a big giant amount of rose. Even from the first sniff, I said I get a little bit of rose. Turns out that's the only note in the top, and it's not the star player here. The oud is. The oud and the patchouli, I would say, are the two most notable, at least to me. And I do think this is pretty good. I don't think it's going to jump my top 3. I don't think it's going to be able to crack. Triumph Bacchus obviously is still my favorite. Adonis Awakens is just too special of a rose fragrance to me. And then Danye, I think, is just probably his most versatile fragrance for both men and women. It's just too impressive to me as far as a woody aromatic fragrance. So it's one that I think can move into the number 5 slot behind Sacred Flame, because I really like Sacred Flame, which actually is right here. Really like Sacred Flame a lot. And then Birth of Venus, I think, would go into the 6 hole, because I just want to wear that one during the summer, basically. But Sacred Flame, I mean, back-to-back stellar releases here. This one's super situational, though. This has a higher level of wearability. It's more of an ambery, spiced kind of fragrance. It's really, really, if you haven't tried this, you get the sample pack, and you'll be able to try both. But curious to see what you guys think that already have this, because a lot of you watching this already have this. Do you echo my sentiments? Do you feel very different from how I feel about this fragrance? I know we're very behind on this chat, so let's go ahead and try to get caught up with this chat. Oh, well, you don't have to apologize for that. Absolutely not, man. Right behind you, here comes Cajun Elixir wearing Creeds and Tars. Hell yeah. Well, they have this Dua Funk, this perfumer's alcohol they use. I don't know if they've remedied that over the years. Yeah, the packaging. So it's 35%. I had a feeling Christian would show up at some point. So here we go. It's 35%. So 5% back of Triumph Bacchus Extrait, which I've been featuring a good bit lately here. Because when I talk Triumph of Bacchus these days, I've been pretty much doing the X-Straight. So thank you for letting me know. I was very curious. So, and it actually doesn't wear heavy. I'm sure you heard all the things I had to say. If you're right here at this point, this was right when I was unboxing the fragrance. So I'm sure you heard everything I had to say, Christian. Does not wear heavy. It's quite impressive the way you balanced it. Because it doesn't wear like the note pyramid would make you think it's going to wear, especially knowing it's such a high oil concentration. It just shows how good you are. So you get a soft live stream clap. This just shows you're really good at what you do here, sir. Suppose you didn't know, Christian perfumes all of these. He is the perfumer. He's the brand owner and the perfumer. Yes, they absolutely are. Yeah, he packages very well. Absolutely. Amber Port Homme Intense. That's a special fragrance. That's very situational. Yeah, that's Christian. I hope you do more frosted glass ones. I love frosted glass. Now look, they can scratch, you scar it and stuff like that. It leaves more BS to deal with potentially if you get a little rough with your bottles, which I would hope most people aren't. You never know when you drop something, right? But they're so pretty. I just love frosted glass on a bottle. It's just so pretty. They really are. Yeah, for sure. Because it's frosted, right? And the juice color. Yeah, exactly. So I'm surprised you havenent tried Fall of Phaeton. A lot of people have fallen in love with Fall of Phaeton. I like Sacred Flame more, but I like Fall of Phaeton more than Love Triumphs Over War. Bacio Immortel doesn't get any love like it used to. That's still my favorite choice for a wedding. I haven't been to a wedding in a little while. You like Fruity Leather? Yeah. This one, Sacred Flame is one of the best releases of the year, for sure. It will be in my top 10 best niche releases, which next month, we're going to start doing those in about 2 weeks, roughly. We'll start doing those end of year top 10s. I don't know. Christian would be able to answer that. We'll see what he says. Well, I wasn't sure until I saw that's the story, and it's crossing the river Styx and everything. I didn't know. I just see fire and skulls and death, and so. I mean, I read the story. I got educated on it. Thank you, guys. I wasn't sure. I didn't know because, like I said, I went into this totally blind. I try to avoid anything and everything when it as best I can. When it comes to Christian, like I said, I know I'm pretty confident most of the time he'll send it my way for me to check it out. And I want to avoid anything and everything so I can be completely blind. I had no idea what this fragrance was going to smell like. Like I said, I've seen pictures of the bottle. Outside of that, I haven't read anything on it. Kind of similar sweetness and funk. Yeah, kind of. Now that you mention it, yeah, I would relate the type of oud to the type of oud you get in LV's Ombre Nomade. Yeah. Yeah, not the same fragrance, but the oud accord. Yeah, that makes sense. I blind buy most of the time, too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't. I just don't advocate for it. Or New Oud by Hayari Parfums. So let me skip down a little bit here. Yeah, Christian said 35%. I mean, you might not like it then. It's got a similar accord. Now, this doesn't have like that raspberry fruitiness that Ombre Nomade has. That's got like that raspberry smell to it. Good to see you. I have no idea. Maybe somebody in the chat might know. Yeah, it's not a lot of rose, though. This is one that I think Randy could give a shot. It just depends on how he feels about the oud. Blue Seduction, all right. Almost bought the 30 ml they had on Fragrance Buy last month. It was only 90. Okay. So let me skip down a little bit. Good to see you. Caitlin, good to see you, my man. Aventus Cologne, excellent choice. It depends. In this case, it's not a lot of rose. I wouldn't even really call it a rose oud. I really wouldn't. I call it oud patchouli more than a rose oud. Yeah, because there's rose, but it's not dominant rose. It's really not. Not to me, anyways. Others may get loads of rose on. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let me skip on down. I see you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves. Love sharing Vail. Rose really pops on my. So the rose comes out a lot more in Dedrick than it does on me. I get the rose, but I get more patchouli and oud. And whatever's creating the smoky accord is probably this combination of the labdanum and the saffron that's giving me kind of this smoky leathered facet. I'm confident that's what's doing that. Obviously, the oud could be giving me some smokiness too. It depends on the oud. But the leathery facet, I definitely, if it's not the labdanum, it's the saffron. And if it's not the saffron, it's the labdanum, or it could be both. Because they both can be ambery. They both can be leathery. And see, I get it right off Jump Street. And I get the patchouli right off Jump Street too. I actually don't get much sandalwood. I don't feel like he put a high percentage of the sandalwood this time. Obviously, feel free to weigh in at a given time if you're still here, Kristen. Yeah, this is a strong 8.75 to me. Great bordering outstanding. This is really good. Yeah, Bacio's so good. It's underappreciated these days. I don't really get citrus, but it's bright. I was very surprised at how bright this fragrance was. That's why I keep saying, like, you see the note pyramid, you hear him, you read that he said 35%. That doesn't equate. You know what I mean? It sounds like it would be heavy. It's not heavy. It's not. There's darker notes here, but it's not heavy. There's a brightness to it. Very surprising. Again, that goes back to his talents as a perfumer. He balanced it to be this way. This just isn't, he didn't just stir some oils together and let it spin for a while in a beaker. He purposefully balanced it to behave this way. That's the art of perfumery. This is a true artistic work, not just the profile, not just the notes he blended. It's the way he blended it to behave this way. That's what's impressive to me, because it looks like a heavy ass fragrance. It's not heavy. That's the most impressive thing to me about Charon's Vail. What's going on, Dan? Excellent choice. I've heard good things. A lot more rose off the top. Outside of that, I agree with you. Feeling amazingly balanced. Somehow light for the heavy note breakdown. Yeah. See, it's a skin chemistry thing, because I smell the rose, guys. I don't want y'all to think it's like I barely get it. It's present. It's right there. It's just not overtaking to where I would say it's the main accord, like you would think, with it being the only top note. Again, I get more oud and patchouli in the top than I do of rose. I would rank the rose third. And then as it starts to dry, it's the labdanum saffron combination starting to come out more. The oud is really the focal point now. Now that we've kind of settled down, I still smell the rose too. It's kind of a jammy rose at this point. Like, it's the rose itself, the rose accord has thickened up a little bit. It's almost sticky, if you will. This is good. This is really good. It's well done. Very, very well done. Awful, like Bravito. Oh, damn. All right. Fun fact. I don't know if it's changed and Christian's still here, but for the longest time, Bravito Delicato was Christian's favorite of the bunch. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, it's more the allergies his wife has than anything else. Have it fourth as well, right in front of Nemea. See, I've never smelled Nemea Lion. Smokiness, oud, rose, saffron stands out. Yeah. That smokiness is what I love the most about it. The Cologne podcast, I don't know if it's Mike, Ryan, or Mike and Ryan that are here, but I appreciate $10 super chat. We have a surprise in your messages. Also, hi to you in the chat. P.S. The bottle is gorge. Let me go to Instagram real quick. Just curious. I may or may not share. Oh, wow. I appreciate that. Y'all didn't have to, though. I'm literally one text away from being like, Mo, don't forget about me. You know, I just don't pressure Mo. I know when he has a new launch, I don't want him to feel like he's got to make me some kind of priority to send me a free bottle. You know what I mean? I'm very good friends with Mo. For those who didn't know, they're shooting me a sample of Lamar Noir from Kajal, which I'm very eager to try. And I appreciate that, guys. Y'all don't have to do that. I will have a bottle. I will get a bottle. So I appreciate the kind gesture. if you already sent it, I'll add it to one of the one of the mystery packages for my members, because I'll get a bottle. I've got every single Kajal fragrance. I've got the entire house. Like I said, I'm very good friends with Mo. I've been friends with him for years and years. I've done a couple launches for some of the fragrances and stuff. Yeah, Mo's such a sweetheart. Any of you guys that ever go to any of these fragrance conventions across the world and Kajal's there, stop and say hello and talk to Mo. What a sweetheart of a man. Wonderful brand owner, beautiful fragrances, salt of the earth type of person for sure. But I appreciate the kindness, guys. Thank you very much. Skip on down a little bit. BDLC. Oh, Brevito Delicato. Gotcha. I cannot stand it. It's earthy green, leathery. Oh. May or may not share. Virgin Island water or Coco Loco. Both, because they're not the same coconut fragrance at all. So both. What's going on, my guy? Latafa Noble Blush. Is it really all that feminine? I saw your shorts video. I saw you were talking about it today. Is it really all that feminine? Let me know. Because if it's really not that feminine, I might buy it. Because I love the line. Body Al Oud line. Mixed the 1 EDP with Blue Electrique. Oh, I'm sure it worked out. However you spell that. It was pleasant surprise. Got me thinking how awesome it must be to create a fragrance. That's not exactly the same thing, but I get where your head's at. Not exactly the same process, but yeah, for sure. Good to see you, Rick D. How are you? So we still got 150 strong. We're 46 minutes in. We'll definitely hang for a little bit longer. What you guys want to chat about? Anybody that wants to hear my thoughts on this, just scroll back a little bit. We just finished talking about Sharon's Vail. Very impressive smoky oud fragrance. New angel share in the coming days. I'll text you when I hear back. Man, I appreciate that. Super feminine. Okay, yeah, I'm a pass. Because typically I would say, I'll just give it to my wife if she likes it. But she specifically told me to try to avoid getting fragrances for her because she really wants to just enjoy what she has. Because she's really been digging the last like dozen I've gotten her. So she's like, yeah, chill. I don't want to add any more. Because she's got like 60 bottles now, something like that, 60, 70 bottles, which is a massive collection. She ain't into it like me. She loves to smell great, but not in an obsessive manner the way I am, you know. Givenchy Gentleman Privé, beautiful fragrance. Boozy, powdery iris, nice and woodsy, creamy. Great stuff, a little bit of spice. A lot of people would say it's the best of the bunch, you know. Before Society Extreme, I would say probably so. I love me some Society Extreme in that particular line. So I would encourage sampling, guys. Pricey stuff. It's really good. It smells like it's pricey. That's for sure. Oh, it's the smokiness for me. I love the smokiness. It's just right, but it's still so airy. I can't get over how it looks like it's heavy. It should be heavy, but he balanced it to be airy, fluffy, if you will. He's so good at this. One more soft live stream clap for Christian. Silent Night. No, that's the only one they don't have samples of. It's kind of weird. It'd be a good starting fragrance by Argos to check out. Well, they don't do individual samples as far as I know. It's sample packs. So if you're sampling, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have all of them to try. Fragrances. They have samples as an option here. This just in here. There we go. So, yeah, because you can't get the individual samples. See, it's a pack of 12. So included. Oh, look, I guess you can. Okay, so you can get just one. They're $7 a piece. You just got to uncheck the ones you don't want. Sharon's Vail is pricey, though. It's $13.75. This is expensive fragrance. So that tells me the oud oil he used is expensive. That's exactly what that means, guys. That can tell you right there. And the fragrances, this is the most expensive fragrance. That oud oil is expensive that he bought, that he's using. No doubt. And the process of those frosted bottles, that's probably more expensive on his cost too. Yeah. So here you go. Here's the house collection. So if you were to get all of them, it's $97. Or if you wanted to just get, say, just, you know, Sacred Flames, say you want to get these six, it would be $48.75. Like, you can literally build your own sample pack here. It used to be you had to get the whole thing. So he listened to feedback. So kudos to Christian for doing that. But if it was me building a sample pack, I think the ones that are you should absolutely try are the following. I think if you try those, you're in good shape. I feel like that's the must tries of the brand. Charon's Vail, if you like oud, only if you like oud. So that's kind of up in the air. I would say if you like oud, yes. Triumph of Bacchus and Bacio Immortel are my original favorite too. Triumph of Bacchus is still my favorite. It's my favorite tobacco fragrance. It's rum tobacco, apple, and peach. It's amazing. Danye is all about the soft blonde woods. Beautiful fragrance. Adonis Awakens is a raspberry rose woody fragrance. Very, very, very masculine rose fragrance. You'd be surprised. Birth of Venus is very fruity fresh. It's kind of like the fresh version of Adonis Awakens. It's marketed for women, but it's perfectly unisex. I personally love it. It's kind of the freshie of the house. He doesn't really have a freshie. It's the thing I would say is his freshest. Fall of Phaeton's really, really sexy and deep, a little smoky, and then Sacred Flame, ambery, spicy, just, oh man. The bottle's right here. Yeah, this is one of the best releases of the year. Definitely got to get that one in there. Just the right amount of fruitiness too. So good. So good. So yeah, so you can build the sample pack. So that's relatively new. Maestro is like Awajan meets Angel Share meets Centaurus, somehow better than all of those. That's a bold statement. I sure did. I sure did. Coach Platinum, very good scent indeed. I'm not a big Oud for Greatness guy, so I don't buy all of the Oud for Greatness clones. Like I don't have regular Boreal Oud. That's the only one I don't have besides the new Floral Blush. Ministry of Oud, it's okay. I like Supremacy in Oud personally. It's a little bit of a twist. It's not 1-to-1, but I think that's the best one I've tried. So the Days of Drapoise, you can't go wrong there. Justine, good to see you. Cosmic Pepper on the left arm, Vetiver Sensual on the right. Vetiver Sensual will make Joel very happy. I don't know if I'm asking too much about looking for a clone for a lady for Christmas. Is there a couple your wife is enjoying at the moment? Flower Bomb Tiger Lily, their newest release in that line. This is the 2024 release. LaBelle Paradise Garden. She loves that one. From Jean-Paul Gaultier. She likes the tropical stuff. We live by the beach. She's been into the tropical fruity florals these days. Lust for Sun from Juliet Has a Gun. Very sunscreen, coconut, white floral type. Solar, beachy, salted. That's really good as well. She wears that one a lot. And then Barara, the one that was caramel. Forgot which one from the new line. The one that has essence. It was the caramel one, the gold bottle. I forgot the name of it. That one. She's been wearing that a lot lately. It smells very much like a lotion she has. So she kind of layers it together. Next week, I'm going to tell you all about it next weekend. Next weekend, I will tell you all about it, Tay. You just have to be patient. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to tell you everything next weekend. It's fair, but yeah, I'm not, guys, I get it. Y'all are excited, but I ain't telling you shit until it's time at this point because it's so close. I've said everything I'm going to say until it's time for the review because all I haven't done is bust out a full review at this point and then show you everything. And that's what's coming. Again, he'll be sending it to me this weekend, Friday or Saturday. He'll be sending it my way or Monday at the latest. He usually overnights to me. And next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, we'll have a video out. We'll be talking about it. I'll show you guys everything. You'll finally know the price. You'll hear about how expensive it is and whatever kind of, if he's doing a pre-order, if he's doing kind of some special launch or whatever. We haven't gone too far into detail about that yet, but next weekend, guys. He keeps telling everybody end of the month. Come on, Black Friday, guys. It's shopping's holiday. Come on. Of course, that's the time to do it, right? So he's being vague by saying end of the month, but what's the end of this month? Literally, if I pull up my calendar, the last Friday of the month, the day before the end of the month, Black Friday. So there you go, guys. So I can't tell you any more, but next weekend, I'm going to tell you everything. I don't know if I've ever tried Mojave Ghost, Mike. I don't recall it. I've never tried that one from Al Harmon. Yeah. That's really expensive too. That's a pricey bottle. Watch how much that one costs versus regular Triumph of Bacchus. So where's regular Triumph of Bacchus? So Triumph of Bacchus for 100 ml is $245 retail. I clicked back. Come on now. Do I have to click back multiple times? Jesus. The X straight, $355. High oil concentration, 40%. So, yeah. So the samples would probably have been $13.75 for that too. But the thing is, if you smell the EDP, it's the same scent. The formula is not any different. You just raise the oil concentration. You cut it with less alcohol, less perfumer's alcohol, more oil. That's it. That's all it is. Just wears heavier because the EDP is really freaking monstrous. Okay, and classic, beautiful iris. This is not a Notre Dame polo. This is just an Under Armour golf polo. That's all. Not Notre Dame. I'm not a Fighting Irish fan. Lamar. All right. Just had to spray it in the air. Jen loves Tiger Lily. Heidi loves Tiger Lily too. It's phenomenal. Sister-in-law is loving Seraphine Signature Bloom. I got it for her birthday. My wife was the guinea pig for that one. She did a lot of the testing. Yeah, it's that close. I've already had people tell me they're going to, oh, it's expensive. I'm going to just do a pay in for. I'm not encouraging that, but there isn't going to be sampling as far as I know, unless something changes, because it's literally a numbered release. They're numbered. There's only 500 of them. And when you see what you're getting, you'll understand. You'll see why. Hell yeah, sir. Well, I mean, 'tis the season. You know, do you kids really need those presents, or do you need that new limited fragrance? If the answer is your spoiled ass kids need more presents, then that's the wrong answer, because it's 2024 and every kid's spoiled these days. And none of them works for shit anymore. Does your kid cut grass for other people for money? Does your kid wash cars for other people? Hell, do they even wash your cars and cut your grass? Take the garbage out without giving you lip? I'm just dicking around. Obviously, I'm sure some of you have kids that do that, but less of you have kids that do that than when we were kids. Let's be honest here. Okay. You need the fragrance. I'm joking. Don't go crazy on the fragrance. I'm just entertaining myself. Don't go crazy. If you can't swing it, don't do it. No fragrance is that serious. If you can't swing it, don't swing it. You know, don't try to make something swing that you can't swing. See, here we go. I'll be hungry. You know, potted meat and crackers and water, banana, peanut butter and bread. We're going to get by, you know. Rice and eggs. Who hasn't done rice and eggs, right? I've been over a few of them. It's been a long time since I've smelled it. I always cut grass. All the time. Saltine crackers and ketchup. And ketchup? Now that's a new one. I haven't heard that before. Tuna and crackers. Now, yeah. There you go. Now, saltines and ketchup, though. Really? I like saltines. I like ketchup, but it's not something I would think to put together. Personally, I mean, is it good, or is it good enough? Is it the Latafa of the food world? Is it the Armoff of the food? Is good enough? Is it fragrance world? It's good enough. Yes, scroll back and hear all about it. Scroll back 15 minutes and hear all about it. Nah, it's not good. Okay, it doesn't sound good. I didn't want to say that. I wanted you to tell me first. It doesn't sound good. It just doesn't. Ritz with peanut butter and honey. Now, I don't need the honey. Ritz and peanut butter. Hell yeah. Shit, I remember when packs of ramen noodle, you get like 12 for $1 when I was young. It's probably not like that anymore. I haven't bought ramen noodle in a while. I never think to look, but I'm sure it's not that. Wish sandwiches for the win. There you go. Novice Nose, good to see you. Vanilla Oud, hell yeah. Prepping for an event. We'll catch the replay. Will you have a good old time? I'm confident you're going to get some compliments. Wearing something like that to an event? Hell yeah. Yeah, that's great. That sounds amazing. I can't have that right now. My meal plan changed starting today again. So time to bore some people. So ketchup wears anything other than Brute. It's like $4 for a bottle of Brute, I think, these days. Splash bottle. So my breakfast meal after cardio changed. It was 6 ounces of the 96% lean beef with 3 whole eggs. Now it's 4 ounces. Went from 170 grams to 112, and then 2 whole eggs. I lost the egg. Pre-workout meal is still the same. Post-workout changed. Still 2 scoops of protein, but instead of the 45 grams of rice checks, now it's a medium Granny Smith apple, which I ate like 3/4 of. It was weird chilling in the car, drinking my protein, eating an apple. You know how long it's been? I just sat there and ate an apple. That's what Coach said to do. Then when I get home, 100 grams of rice. So we cut back from 1 cup to 2/3 of a cup. So 100 grams of jasmine rice with the 170 grams of the 97% lean turkey. 10 grams. I had to cut back on my coconut oil because it was 16 grams. I cut back a little bit. And then my next meal is just 6 ounces of the lean ground beef with a cup of green veggies, which I'm going to do broccoli, which is nothing really. And then my last meal, and I lost the meal. I'm not doing 7 meals anymore. Now it's 6. My last meal is 6 ounces of the lean turkey with 5 ounces of sweet potato. So we've lost calories and a meal. So we lost the whole meal plus calories shaved off certain strategic types of calories and macros in different meals. And some things got replaced and stuff. So yeah. Check-in was really good this morning. Monday and Friday, I do a check-in with pictures and a weight. And then Thursday, we do an in-person check-in. So I check in 3 times a week. In-person on Thursday. So we're getting there. We're still recomping, but now we're going to start leaning out a little bit more. Slowly getting more aggressive. The goal is to not need to do 0 carb when we get close to showtime. He said he wants me 4 weeks out type of shape in like February. So we just kind of cruise and stay full. So like end of February, beginning of March, because the first show is not till April. So 4 weeks out, 8 weeks. 4 weeks out physique, about 8 weeks out, 9 weeks out roughly. So that's why we're recomping so early before we start really cutting. So I'm doing cardio 5 days a week, twice a day. So. Oh, and that's another thing to change. My post-workout, like after I'm done training on the treadmill, it was 6% incline at 2.9 miles an hour. Now it's, we bumped it up to 8 to 10. So I did 8 today. I got to get my calves and my shins and my feet used to doing that higher incline at 2.9 for 25 minutes. We added 5 minutes. So $3 a pack. Oh, wow. They used to be like 10 cents a pack. Jesus. Freeze-dried ramen, the old college special. Not living that often in my dorm. There you go. No, Saints are not back. I had Taysom Hill in my redraft league. Yeah, my ratings don't change. I'm not re-reviewing and my ratings don't change. No, it's still, yeah, for sure. We were having a good stream. Why are you here? See, now I got it. Now you want to pick and play. And we were having a good time, Jason. Why you got to come throw a wrench in our shit? We were having a good time. Supremacy not only intense, great fragrance. I eat the crackers and peanut butter in your honor, good sir. Going to head out. Everyone have a great night. You as well. Samuel Jennings music. That is a great fragrance. Never heard of it. Never tried Amber Oud Crystal, but Amber Oud is my favorite Oud Rose. Absolutely. Have a bottle. It's amazing. They do. You might wait a while, though. There's I nicknamed them Sloma Shop. If you ever hear anybody across the internet call it Sloma Shop, I started that. It's a well-earned nickname. Just if it says 1 to 3 days, ships in 1 to 3 days, ships in 5 to 7 days, ships in 3 to 5 days, you can add weeks to that. Once in a while, they'll surprise you. But there's a reason I call them Slow-Mo Shop. So they sell legit fragrances. Like an 8.5. I don't know. It's been 5.5 years since I did the review. It's been a long time. Like an 8.5, I want to say, was the overall. Something like that. 8.5. Yeah, it's definitely not a 10 out of 10. It just makes me happy, and it's gotten me more compliments than the other fragrance. I don't think it's some perfect fragrance. I only wear it in the summer. It's not something I'm like, ooh, winter time. Let me wear this over the top fresh aquatic. I don't really do the super fresh aquatics in the winter time. For sure. I just see you and I expect it. What can I say? No, the screw you thing is the money you have. You got screw you guys money, remember? I bet it still takes a week for you to get your stuff from them, even though you could just like stop by and pick it up. Hey, man, at least you finally got it. It's a phenomenal fragrance. Took more than a month to get a bottle of Coach Open Road. Slow-Mo Shop strikes again. And look, all of your favorite content creators and be like, Joma Shop. I was about to say Slow-Mo Shop. Joma Shop's running this, that, and the other. Yeah. Maybe you'll get it for New Year's. Just remember that shit. Will it be a Zaharoff discount soon? No, sir. No, sir. He does not run random sales. This is a high prestige brand. He protects the brand at all costs. Yeah, high prestige brand. You can get 10% off using my link. Outside of that, no, he doesn't really do any sales. He'll do pre-sale pricing when he does a fragrance launch, but which I don't know if he's going to be doing with his private line fragrance because it's such an expensive limited fragrance. We haven't, like I said, we haven't discussed what the plan is, but it's coming out next weekend. So, but yeah, he doesn't do sales. Especially since if his fragrances were in the hands of a different brand, they'd be charging more than he charges. He prices his fragrances at Mancera's retail, and they're way higher quality than Mancera. And they're originals, and it's original packaging and presentation and all that. Like, more people need to look at what they're getting versus in the tier that his house falls into. He's the lower end pricing in the tier he falls into, the relatable brands. So that's what a lot of people don't realize. Good stuff. Oh, you're just a shill. He's just your friend. Well, leave. And I don't mean you. I'll leave. I mean people that would look at it and say that, oh, you're just, don't go to my channel. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I have it. It didn't impress me. I haven't worn it since. It did not impress me. I just kind of have it. Wow. 2 months. See, there was one time where a month had passed and I told him to give me my money back. I made him give me a refund. Kajal Masa. Boy, it's been a while since I wore that one. Fresh, green, watery, woodsy. That's a good one. Well, I mean, if you would have bought it when it was available, you just think I give everybody a bottle of Even Mystique, don't you? That's what it is. You just, because we're friends, I'm just supposed to give you a bottle. You know how many friends I have that don't have a bottle? Because they're doing this. And it's like, no. If you're doing this, no. If I'm randomly going to send it to you, that's different. But if you're doing this, no. See, you're asking for my personal stash here, sir. You know. Are we friends like that? Or are we just online friends? Which friends are we? See, I sent Kara a bottle. That's why his butt hurt. It's bothering him. You want a bottle, Jason? For real? You're going to give it a 7 out of 10 and say it's overhyped in your next stream? I only care about me. I know you do. I know. I'll hook you up, Jason. I got like 7 bottles left in my stash I've strategically give them away. I don't sell them or anything like that. I just give them away because I kept a box. We both, Justin kept a box too. We keep a box because you never know down the line because they don't there's no second batch. They're not getting made again. It was just the one time. So see, you should rub it in his face that you got a bottle. See, he bought a bottle though, Jason. He ain't do this. And he's my friend. He ain't do that. See, I bet you would too. I bet you would. That's a good question. I'd have to give that some thought. Off the top of my head, that's kind of a difficult one to answer, honestly. I want to say you asked me the other day. Did you ask me this the other day? See, I know you did, Luis, and I appreciate that. I hope everybody's like, I bought mine. I hope y'all all do that. And you know what he's going to say? I don't care. I still want a bottle for free. That's Jason. That's what he's going to say. Put that hand out. It was sold out. No, Jason, you've been watching me for years. It was not sold out. You've been watching this channel when it was on the market. Shut up. Sit here and lie to me. Not even close. Not even close. HEB's the GOAT, man. Come on now. That's why you put the laughing emoji. You know, that is the GOAT. Oh, stop it, Spencer. Jesus Christ. Send one to Jason. He needs it. Changing Center Night to Evening Mystique just to rub it in. You wearing some bangers today, man. It's number 3. Tell him, Sean. Tell him. Try to talk my friend out of it because he went for it. I'll never order from Jones Shop. They ain't worth my time. See, I broke my thing about never ordering from again because they got Eros Energy before anybody else, and I actually got it within a week. I was very surprised. But I feel like I just got lucky, and I'm not willing to test my luck again. I'm not saying it'll never, ever, ever happen again, but you never know. I've never tried that one. Possibly. That's how the rich stay rich. The free 99 is key. Yeah, for sure. For sure, right? I don't know. Maybe if you ask nicely. Maybe if you behave for a whole stream, maybe I might find it in my heart to send one your way. We got a couple in the chat wearing Naxos today. Some cooler weather for everybody. It was pretty mild today. It's currently 73, but it's been kind of that all day because it was kind of gloomy. The sun really wasn't out. It looked like it wanted to rain, but it didn't. Got some good weather coming, though. High of 60. 3 days in a row. Lows are in the high 40s. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Pretty excited. Gonna be some good weather. I'm going to wear some heavier stuff. I think I'm going to wear some tobaccos and stuff like that. Might even get wearing a leather tobacco. Intense red tobacco, stuff like I'm going to wear some tobaccos. Maybe Journeyman as well. Y'all wild love. Yeah, I'm just, look, of course I'm going to send Jason a bottle. I'm going to give him a hard time before I do it. I didn't know he really wanted one that bad. Same thing I did with Kara. I just kept tabs on every time she'd say she wanted, and eventually I sent her a bottle. Because, look, I don't have just tons of bottles to send to everybody. And don't be like, hey, I want one. It doesn't work like that. You know, I do have a few. I have a few left because I mainly for like when friends of mine hit milestones, like Randy hit 10,000 and he was doing a giveaway. I gave one. Dedrick, when he hit 20,000, he was doing giveaways. I sent one out there. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what I keep them for, really. I bought 2 BOPs. Do I get a bottle of Evening Mystique? You have Evening Mystique, though. I thought you had Evening Mystique. Now Ross making me seem like a bird asking for a fragrance. You're more of a chicken head than a bird, Jason. Let's call it what it is here. Bottle of good behavior. Yeah, exactly. Cool Weather City Rhythm Fragrance. Ooh, buddy. Speaking of, I might wear this one too because I have not had the weather. It's just been sitting there waiting. Manhattan Midnight. Darker, more slightly resinous twist on the original. This is a cool. I've been itching. This is, in fact, I'm gonna put it right about there. Suiting that Thursday to Saturday range. We're gonna wear that. I'm glad you brought that up. That's one I've been waiting for the weather to wear. Ah, that's what it was. Because I could have swore I saw you ask about something rose. Perilous Blues, nice little cheap. Perilous got some decent cheapies. Quest, good to see you. Sir Ganymede got a Rolfa and Mas Milano's Tango. Shit, you got some good stuff coming. You get my notes on the Argos. I thought you had it. Damn, I could have swore you had it, man. Never smelled Urban Hero. No, sir. I was only wondering if you had. No, sir. I have not. Boy, we are entertaining Sean over here, huh? He's letting me know with these laughing emojis. Ever so often, we get a couple laughing emojis from Sean. Maybe you can get an appreciation post out of him. No, I'll probably get a fuck you before I get an appreciation post. That's for sure. Senator Davis new Dua 1111. Definitely, I think is what you meant. A unique scent, neither bad nor good, just different, needs a few more wearings. Versace Dylan Blue, some good stuff. Not yet. So I have a tab pulled up on my phone for Venba. I've been waiting on them to get it back in stock. I was going to buy it from Kushik. Literally right there. See? There it is right there. He has it in stock, I think. It's in stock. Glad you brought it up. So let me leave that up. Let me just lock the phone for now. I'm going to buy that. I'm glad you mentioned it because I kept a tab open on Lorenzo Pizzaglia's page for Venba. So $150. I'll do that. So Evening Mystique, it's a fragrance, and it's always right over my head when we film over there. That's it right there. And it's a fragrance. It's nothing special, man. It's people fight over it for just because it's got my name on it. It's not because it's a good fragrance. It's a beautiful resinous iris fragrance. It's a flanker to my first fragrance, Business Over Pleasure, which was an office-friendly iris fragrance, where this one's more evening appropriate. It's based around resins, incense, amber, vetiver. It's got a green element to it in the tops. A lot of cypress. It's very aromatic, but it's a smoky, powdery fragrance. A lot of vetiver. A lot of vetiver in the dry down gives it this woody, slightly earthy feel. Again, it's got olibanum and frankincense, so it's quite smoky. It's very lovely. It has macerated beautifully over time, too. Yeah, it's amazing. Claude did such a great job creating that for me. No, because then it's going to be biased. I'd rather you not know I'm there. You know? I'd rather you not know I'm there. Yeah, you did have it. That I do know. 120 or something on the decants. I said 1/20. What does 1/20 mean? Damn, that's a good price. I think it's like right over 200 from Fragrance Buy. So that's a good price. That's a damn good price. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've actually never tried that one. I appreciate you, but yeah, I've never smelled it. I actually can't weigh in. You have a good one, Spencer. Manhattan Midnight looks right up my alley. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's a great price. Like, let me see what it's going for fragrance. Because I was looking at it last night. I was debating on getting that or Royal Water. The 50 ml is 183. So there you go. Yeah, 261, way higher than I thought. Yeah, 50 ml is $5 less than what you paid. So yeah, you got the hookup. Yeah, that was a great price. Keith, good to see you. Charuto something tobacco. Mysterious. Oh, so that's the red bottle. I have that one. That's really good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sangria is amazing. Oh, my God. Is it amazing? Yeah, I got to have a bottle of that. I'm glad I got it back in stock. I'm glad. Oh, I forgot who it was that mentioned it that made me go look. I'm definitely going to spend the money tonight. That might have been. No, they didn't have a Rolfa, did they? Did Costco have a Rolfa? Because I bought Creed Viking Cologne and an original veteran from them, and they run these Creed sales all the time. Do they have a Rolfa? No. Okay, I didn't think so because I would have bought it. Yeah. Green Irish Tweed, Silver Mountain Water, Original Vetiver, Viking Cologne, Millesime Imperial, Windflowers, Himalaya, Aventus, Florissimo, and Aventus Cologne. They have 10. That's not one of them. Actually, Max Aroma, discount code plus 10% coupon. Hell yeah, good shot. Hell yeah. Oh, they're not even close to the same kind of profile, though. Amberful is not an amber oud fragrance. It's more of a citrus, green, metallic, woody fragrance. It's like an amber citrus. This is not a oud, funky kind of fragrance. No, definitely not. Kushi definitely has the best. Yeah, for sure. $149, count me in. That fragrance is so good. I mean, amazing. So we got about 10 more minutes and then we'll shut it down. Appreciate you guys coming and hang with me. Jason, always a pleasure to talk shit with you. Hell, you're getting a bottle out of me, Dick. Got myself vanilla oud from Max Rome for $100 after everything. Not yet. It's a steal. It's cheap as you're going to find it. If you can find it anywhere between $120 and $150, I think it's a great price. But to get it for $100, that's a straight up steal. Yeah, we just hour and a half. We'll shut it down. The usual. I did an hour Tuesday because it was last Tuesday because it was my anniversary. Aside from that, we normally do the hour and a half. We haven't. It's rare we do an hour anymore. It's pretty much standard. We do 90 minutes these days. And as far as you wrestling fans, we're previewing Survivor Series War Games on the Sports Desk Live. Myself and my brother from another mother that was here earlier. Me and Dedrick will be doing that. My pleasure to make your day, sir. Yeah, I'm sure. Walking in here. I want a bottle. Always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Vircher, with your screw you guys money. Yet you're a cheap penny pincher, asking for free shit with your hand out. Sound like a streetwalker. Exactly. Yeah, you should try vanilla oud. Don't listen to Jason and Josh. They've ruined it for me. They haven't ruined the fragrance, but they've ruined my thought process on it. Like literally, I talked about it in a video this past week, and I mentioned both of them in the video because I still can't believe it's like some friends of mine that said the most blasphemous shit ever about my beloved vanilla oud. Unbelievable. Always a pleasure, Randy. Good to see you, my man. We got Kix Griffey still cracking up over here. They say ask and you shall receive. I guess that kind of worked out, didn't it? She definitely received. I was always, as soon as you asked, I was going to give it to you, but of course I'm going to give you a hard time. There's no one in my live chat I'd rather give a hard time to more than you, sir. Because you're such a good sport and you actually enjoy it and welcome it and like to talk a lot of shit back. Ooh, here we go. So I haven't smelled Pure White, but Neroli Woods, that's number 2. Grasslands, I would say number 1. That's actually good enough to where I don't need Green Irish Tweed. I feel that strongly about Grasslands. Cypress and Cedar, you got to like Terre Hermes, basically, is what it comes down to. But Pure White, I got to rank 4th because I've never smelled it. But Grasslands, Neroli Woods, then Cypress and Cedar is the way I would rank those. I think the fragrance in general is not for everyone, honestly. I give them a hard time because it's one that I don't think everybody would like. I just am absolutely in love with it, you know. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I love hanging with you guys. Look, we talk some fragrance. We learn a little. I learned some. Hopefully you guys learn some. I entertain myself, and hopefully along the way I entertain you guys. We talk a little shit. Sometimes we talk fitness. Sometimes we talk hip-hop. Sometimes we talk sports. We talk. I enjoy myself, and I just appreciate you guys spending a little time with me. Something safe like a Guerlain Vetiver. If you want to spend a little more money and get the higher quality version of it, you can get Roger Parfum's Vetiver Parfum Cologne. That's around $190-ish from discounters. That's the one, though. Oh, man. So good. You want to go fresher Vetivers. Mancera Vetiver Sensuel. You can get that one for around $70, $70, $80. That's a really good one to kind of dip your toe. You want these fresher woody Vetivers. You don't want the super earthy stuff to start with. That's a few right off the top of my head. I would say, especially Mancera Vetiver Sensuel. That's a really, really good spot to start. I'm glad you did, sir, and you're smelling good with Desir Toxic. You hooking him up, Sean? You hooked him up with a decant? No one else enjoys you talking shit the way I do. You kind of got that a little twisted. No one else wants to hear your shit except for me. Got to do the hand motion and everything. Make sure I nail the point down. So I'm the only person that cares to hear your shit and actually enjoys it. Shout outs to Fat Boy Fragrance. Shout outs to Juan. All the new Lucianos. Yeah, for sure. No, shut up. I'm going to hook you up. Stop it. I'll send it to you. Wednesday. It ain't moving till Wednesday, so you won't get it till this weekend. So, yeah, I ain't going to the post office till Wednesday. I have not. Aventus with mango. So kind of like Blockade? That sounds interesting. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. Those are really good. If you want to get some good ones, that's two really good ones that are safe, very enjoyable. You can wear them for anything. You'll get wear out of them. Even spending the $200 on Roger Parfum, you're gonna wear it all the time. You can wear it for everything. Super. You can make that your signature scent if you wanted to. It's still my favorite vetiver fragrance. After all these years, it was one of the first vetiver dominant fragrances I ever got, and it's still my favorite. It's my least favorite of the 5 in that line, but that's just because all 5 are so good. Something's got to be in 5th. But when it comes to safe quality vetiver, that's number 1 in my collection. Fragrance by shipment requested a full bottle. LOL, I guess I added to my Black Friday list. I didn't look. I got to log in. Let me sign in real quick. Because sometimes they run the sales where they're under $200. Yeah, they're not doing that right now. I'd wait. I mean, $204 is a great price for somebody. Like for Himalaya, that's a great price. But you can get them cheaper, dude. I paid $150 a piece for original vetiver and Creed Viking cologne. I paid like $309 something after tax shipped to me from Costco for both of these. So you just got to wait for the right deal. They run these Creed sales randomly. Now ain't the time. Yeah, now ain't the time to do it. I'm sure next week they'll probably be running something. Maybe not on Creed, though, because they're going to have other stuff going. But I would check. Just check once a week, basically. You out? Salute to everybody or peace out? I don't know which one it is. The salute can do both. I should wear that. I'm going to rock Icon, though. I haven't worn it in a while. I haven't worn Blockade in a minute either, but I don't have a lot of pairs of Dunks. I have the reverse Panda, the all white with the black laces and the black check, because I still don't understand why people hate on the Pandas, just because a lot of people got them. A lot of people wear Jordan 4s, too. People want to start hating on Jordan 4s? Fuck. Every time I see, like, they go to these sneaker conventions and they're like, what's the worst sneaker of all time? They all say the Panda Dunks. I just want to, like, call them stupid MFs because it's like a black and white dunk is bad. Shut up. You know what I mean? It's so weird to me. I have some white and Kelly green high top dunks. I've got some premium dunk highs that are gray, royal blue, and gum sole. Do I have any other dunks? I think that's the only 3 dunks I have. I think so. You got the Ben and Jerry's and the Grapefruit. Yeah, see, I don't have any crazy ones. Ben and Jerry ones are wild. Yeah, I don't have any crazy dunks or anything like that. Any limited ones. Damn, went to Buffalo Wild Wings today. We used to do that all the time when I lived in Louisiana. People were like, damn, there you go. Learned a lot on Argos. I enjoy their artwork on their bottles. Yeah, Christian is second to none when it comes to presentation. There you go. Blind buy till the day I recommend. It hasn't been going wrong yet. No worries. FWO. Hell yeah. I don't like Aventus, but I love Supremacy, not only Intense and Eros Energy, both toned down from what I don't like about Aventus. I like both of those. I like all 3, including Aventus. But honestly, and this might sound blasphemous, I'll wear Versace Eros Energy 10 out of 10 times over Aventus. It just fits my lifestyle more. Because Aventus dresses up really well, whereas Eros Energy is super casual. It just smells great. Andy Tower, try that one. Noted. Accord Desert Moroccan. I've never tried that one from Andy Tower. Jadob and Grandmaster. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's for what I paid for both. It's just $30, $40 more than what most of them go for 100 mLs from other discounters. That was crazy to walk out the door for like 309, 309.21, I think. Walk out the door with 2 Creed fragrances, 100 mLs, sealed. Oh, shit. It's amazing. Indeed. They have flooded the market with those. I like that they've flooded the market. So, because any ones I want, like these black and gold ones, I got them bitches for $100, like 3 weeks after they came out. Those white and navies that drop, like normally before they release, you can get them for like in my size, usually for like $115. Like almost every Jordan high, OG, 85 cuts, all that stuff. I'm down with it. Keep saturating the market. People are like, oh, they need to slow down, protect the heritage. Fuck that. Keep dropping them like crazy so I can nitpick the ones I want for way under retail. Hashtag got them early, a month before they release and shit. Please. I don't get I got loads of Jordan 1s, especially low tops. I'm more of a low top guy. I got a bunch of mids too. People hate on the mids. Yeah, the quality from the high OGs to the mids is very different, but they got some dope looking mids. But point being, I like that they flood the market with them. Eventually that will change. I'm hoping the shift comes to where now we start getting 18s, 19s, 20s, 21s, 22s, 23s, start re-releasing those. We're getting little teases with the 17s and the 15s and stuff coming back. So look, 1 through 14, we've done to death. I'm wrong. Love them. Let's get the higher numbered ones. Yeah, they're going to go into retail. I want them. Let's get some OG colors. Come on back. Especially the 21, 2, and 3. Which tomorrow's video. Shout outs to Jumpman Bostic for the assist. 144 in my size. Released last year. I didn't even know they came out last year. These are so clean. So I had the original colorway that was the gray panel with the black and gold stitching of the 23s. And I got rid of them 10 years ago or something like that. I regret it. Such a well-crafted sneaker. The 23, the last numbered Jordan before they went to the years. And then eventually they got back to numbering them. But materials are good here. Not as good as the originals from back in the Gap, but compared to a lot of the newer shit, this leather is pretty good. I love them. Again, shout out to Jumpman Bostic for the assist. So I'm doing that video tomorrow. I did A1 low this morning, which I wore to the gym. Love those. Those pop with those solar orange laces. Man. Exactly. You have a good one, man. We're about to shut it down. We're a little over an hour and a half. I used to do them. I may. Jordan 4s are fire. They're the cool water of sneakers. I'll take that. I like that. Yeah, Eros Energy is legit. So people have been bitching about the quality on the black cement 4s. What did y'all expect? Y'all expected premium from Jordan brand? The premium releases aren't really that premium. Like any of you that watch my sneaker channel, I'm like, it's actually pretty good quality for them. That's still below what the originals were. It's not the rawhide leather, soft buttery type of stuff. They do have some releases that are better than others, but yeah, the quality, they're soft. The black cement 3s, the pleather, because it's not genuine leather, I don't think anyways. If it is, it's some cheap ass shit. It's soft. It'll crease like closer to what the natural leather of the originals will do. But it's a GR release. They made hundreds and hundreds of thousands. I think they made like 800,000 pairs. What did people expect? That is not some limited release. Your best bet on good quality out of Jordan brand is a limited release. A GR like that, it was never going to be premium. It's just an OG colorway. They tried to make true to original form without the same quality materials. They went for the look and the build and the shape. which they achieved, I think. I like them. I do have 3s that are better quality, though. For sure. They legit, though. So don't let anybody talk you out of, oh, these are crap. These aren't. Skip their. Don't watch them anymore. You either watch Sneaker Channel, they're going to bitch about the quality on those. I don't know what you expect. Sure, we criticize them. Yeah. They do better because I criticize about the insole. They did not put the original insole. So not really that true to form. Polyurethane's the original. They put Dream Cell. Not same. Still comfortable. Not same. OGs, they typically put the polyurethane insoles. There's things to nitpick, but expecting quality leather out of Jordan Brand at this stage is you're just fooling yourself. You're just setting yourself up to be disappointed. That way, when it is decent, it's like, oh, this is really nice from them for what they normally do. Pleasant surprise. It's almost good enough. Yeah, sure. No, I don't think that's what he wears. Initial Rehab. Is there any fragrances you absolutely hate? Yeah, Cool Water Oceanic Edition and Cuba Prestige Black. Spencer's favorite fragrance. Yeah, shout out to Jumpman Bostic, man. He was like, man, wait till you get them. He said they're not. He said that the craftsmanship's still there. So I told him the colorway I had of the original. He said the craftsmanship's still there. Sure enough, when I got them in hand, I was like, I'll be damned. Because it's not the ones I had, the originals, the white leather was patent. It was patent on the toe, whereas this is a tumbled leather. Again, better than most of their stuff. Like the leather on those 23s I just showed you guys, definitely way better than the Black Cement 3s. Yeah, for sure. Because that was a handcrafted sneak. Those were, I don't know if they're still doing it, but when the 23s came out, those were hand stitched. Those were put together by hand. They weren't done by machine and all that good stuff. So based on what I see through the little bit of inspection I've done, seems like that's still the case, but who knows? Wow. He made himself a meme right away with that. But guys, I'm sorry, that was a fixed fight. That was. Nothing about that told me that Mike Tyson was trying. I don't want to hear that he had the knee sleeve and the knee. There were so many opportunities he could have dropped Jake Paul and he didn't. That was, man, up until the Tyson fight, everybody was screaming rigged on all of Jake Paul's fights. And like most of them, it was like, no, I think they really fighting. Like, I see why people are saying it. I get it, but no, I don't think that's the case. This can't convince me that wasn't a setup. And I've seen people doing the side-by-sides at Tyson's training videos versus how he was in the fight. And it's like, not even remotely a little bit of that. Not even a little bit. Nothing. No effort, no lunging in, no attempts at power shots. Like nothing really, nothing. Literally just fainting when he could have rocked him with a 1-2. Not like it was bad. It was really bad. It was bad. That's one of the worst fights I've ever watched ever. And I watched Nate Diaz volume bullshit Jorge Masvidal earlier this year, which was a very bad fight. Nate Diaz won. He was punching like that. It was unbelievable. Nate Diaz cannot box. Oh my God. And he won. It was awful. That was bad. That was really bad. This was worse. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, which Jake Paul knocked out Nate Diaz. That I believe. Because when it came to just throwing hands, Nate Diaz, in a street fight, sure. In a boxing match, don't do that no more, Nate. But the Tyson fight was worse. Unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, Serrano should have won that fight. They beat the brakes off of each other, those two women. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. They beat the brakes off of each other. Her eye from here to here was split and hanging. I wonder how many stitches that was. Her shit was straight folded out. Oh, yeah. They beat the brakes off of each other. That was a great fight. Those girls were throwing combos. My God, that was hands down the best fight on the card. That was the main event. Yeah, for sure. And see, I don't like the shape on the front of those. That's why I was kind of excited about the shape for the new release ones. It was bad, man. It was really bad. They made away like bandits with the money. And Gervonta Davis was talking that shit after. I was watching his Instagram stories. He ended up pulling him down, but everybody got it around in the media. And Jake Paul is there a height limit in boxing? Man, Tank Davis would beat the brakes off of Jake Paul. If he ever gets in with a real pound for pound serious fighter, because he's one of the pound for pound best, Tank Davis, he'll knock his ass out. It doesn't matter if they're in a different weight class, he'll knock his ass out. If he ever fights somebody like he's calling out Canelo and stuff, that's dudes that would really fuck Jake Paul up. He won't take those fights. He's just calling them out. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. Jake's making a killing doing what he's doing, so he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. Ain't no way he'd fight Tank Davis and Canelo for real. They would whoop his ass. They would whoop his ass bad. I was very disappointed in Mike Tyson. At this stage, with all the stuff he does, I understand it was a big bag to earn by not knocking him out. I get it. He literally, after they shook hands, I saw that too. He's like, I got your money. You can read Jake's lips. I got your money, as he's backing away from the bro hug. I get getting the bag. All right. But man, he could have just, my God, I was so disappointed in Mike Tyson. On that note, we're going to leave on the disappointment. Mike Tyson disappointed me. Look, I like Jake. I lost more respect for Jake with this fight, though, because it was clearly rigged. This one was obvious. So shame on them. Shame on them for wasting our time. At least it wasn't pay-per-view, because most of us already have Netflix. At least it wasn't a $50 or $100 pay-per-view. Then we'd really be pissed, right? At least the ladies fight, that was a fight. That was the card maker right there. That was a real fight. That was serious. So thank you guys for coming hang. I appreciate all of you that gave super chats. Jason, I'll send it out on Wednesday. You bastard. So again, I appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me. If you want to check out the sample packs or build your own sample pack or get one sample, link and code is at the top. I would encourage sampling. Blind buying's wild when it comes to the expensive stuff for sure. But if you like oud, it's a good one. Oh, yeah. It's definitely a good one. Sandalwood's coming out more. It's getting a little creamy. Good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.